right, so here he is, the former UFC middleweight champion, Anderson Silva. The pro record doesn't look like it did a few years ago, DC, but most people still inject the name Anderson Silva into the discussion of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
It's because Anderson was doing us a favor every time he stepped foot in the octagon. He could have walked away and protected the record, but the lure, the draw of fighting still is pulling at this fighter. And every time he walks in there, we're getting to witness greatness. You feel it when Anderson Silva walks up the steps. I remember staring across the octagon and going, holy cow, that's Anderson Silva. And he has that approach, he has that appeal to everyone that gets in front of him, not only in the octagon, but in life. One of the nicest guys you've ever met is Anderson Silva.
And a renewed focus on recovery and physical therapy has allowed the great Anderson Silva to compete deep into his 40s, DC. You ain't going 45. There's no way.
I ain't no chance.
You're going to voice a video game.
I'm going to voice a video game. What a great idea.
So here's the legend, George St-Pierre, former UFC welterweight champion, former UFC middleweight champion, and DC as one of the most decorated wrestlers on this UFC roster. You gotta be pretty amazed at what this man has been able to accomplish without any amateur wrestling credentials to speak.
Yeah, with no background, the guys that he's been in there with and controlled the wrestling exchanges has truly been unbelievable to watch. I was in Canada when he fought Josh Koscheck, and he took Josh Koscheck, who was an NCAA champion, down whenever he needed to.
Right.
But it was also the striking that made him so dangerous. I remember George St-Pierre had this combination. There was a lead jab, a lead Superman jab, and then a leg kick. Everyone wanted to try and do it, and they say imitation is the greatest form of getting a compliment. We all tried to beat George St-Pierre.
And he's got more SPs than you.
He's a man.
Our tail of the tape for this middleweight fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Anderson, the Spider Silva! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, George Rush St-Pierre.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. Well, DC's a charismatic guy. I have never seen you more giddy before a fight in my life, because before the super fight was in vogue, the super fight everybody talked about, Anderson Silva versus George St-Pierre.
And now we finally get it. We had to wait so long, but to watch two of the consensus greatest fighters of all time locked in an octagon, long-reigning welterweight champ versus long-reigning middleweight champ, finally get to settle to the debate. It was historic. It's a big night. The arena's buzzing. Let's get started.
Well, St-Pierre's in half guard now. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Oh, effective utilization of the ground and pound here by St-Pierre.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight.
Oh, you gotta be careful there, yep.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
He's got the triangle with a lot of pressure going down on his opponent.
Working on Ezekiel choking, he somehow gets out.
He just has to stay patient. It's so unfamiliar. If you panic, you're going to get submitted. He didn't panic. Using a lot of good movement.
We cross the midpoint in round one. Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley's somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by George St-Pierre.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Postures up now and lands the vicious hit. Oh! Just over 2 minutes to go in what has been a furious round one. Ground and pound the hammer, Mark Coleman.
And another strike from the top, lands for him. He's got to start throwing down.
Silva's in half guard. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
St-Pierre's back in half guard. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by George St-Pierre. Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
The ground strikes continue to pile up. "45 seconds to go here in round one."
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by George St-Pierre. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks. It looks like some swelling is forming after that ground and pound strike lands.
Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
All right, that's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights over those 5 minutes. Really a clinic when it comes to the ground and pound.
Yeah, man, this is what you're taught. When you're learning to become a ground and pound fighter, you want to do it exactly like he did. Gain posture, have height, control hands and wrists. Land strikes, don't throw too many, throw just enough, control, throw again, control. He did it perfect.
Ready.
All right, round two. All right, next round is underway. We will see if he can pick up where he left off, particularly when it comes to the ground and pound. That was vicious.
I mean, it was vicious. It was vicious. It was shades of Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Michael Johnson. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor. Just able to get to a great posture, control the feet, and land every single strike with vicious intent. It's hard to do that without losing your opponent. This young man has mastered. He has mastered ground and pound fight.
GSP gets the double leg takedown. How good was that? This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Good movement on the ground here defensively by Silva. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
St-Pierre's in half guard.
Oh, right into mount.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by St-Pierre. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Nicely done. Well, St-Pierre's able to transition back to side control now. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Ooh, good movement to avoid that strike from the top. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. St-Pierre ground and pound from half guard. All right, feet on the hips here. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by GSP. And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. St-Pierre's back in half guard. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Good work from the top here by George St-Pierre. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Knee on belly. Postures up, knee on belly. He's raining down ground and pound. He has to move or the fight is going to get stopped. He's a big shot, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
St-Pierre's trying for a submission here. Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in.
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
All right, so he lands again just like we saw in the last round, realizing a lot of success with his multi-game tonight.
You know, why change it? It's working, and it's working from the very start of the fight. The moment this fight started, you saw...
Oh, big shots here. Well, no surprise to see him rinse and repeat as he continues to target that swelling upstairs.
Targeting that swollen eye, getting back after him, making him work, and recognizing that, hey, this is my path. It's working, I'm gonna stay on.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Round 3 next. Stop.
Take a deep breath. Nice job out there. He's exhausted. Your ground control is unstoppable. Whatever you want to do down there, you can do.
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, This is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Third round underway. Oh, strong hook to the head there by Silva, lands flush. And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize him high. Now he's got him hurt bad.
All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by George St-Pierre. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. And now he's got the back.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by George St-Pierre. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground. Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage, courtesy of that ground and pound. Nice job off of his back by Silva.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
Well, his opponent has not done anything to deter him. He should keep doing this, keep going to the well until his opponent finds an answer, because right now, he seems lost to it. He's got to be careful here.
Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top.
Once he got him cut, he recognized where he needs to be throwing these shots, and once again, he lands right on that cut. This man is landing brutal ground and pound. Yes, smart adjustment, yep. Great job landing from the top position. He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
St-Pierre's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. Oh, man, that swelling is getting out of control. That's going to affect him as this fight continues. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Oh, good ground and pound here.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position. Oh, in the mouth.
Well, Silva's eye is essentially swollen shut at this point in time, and I'm not sure there's any end swell in the building that's going to open that eye back up. They might stop this fight. Oh, the ground and pound is coming. An elbow! Oh! Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by George St-Pierre. Moving his head here on the ground. Oh, heavy shots raining down. All right, side control now. Waning remaining seconds here of round number 3.
Nice strike lands from the bottom fight.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, incredible drama here in this fight. I'm not sure how much longer he can stay in it, given all that swelling around his eye. We'll see what the cut man can do to stop the swelling here over these 60 seconds. All right, so back to the stools we go. They say defense wins championships, and he has not defended well tonight.
He isn't trying, or at least it doesn't seem like he's trying. He has got to move his head. He's trying to react when the punch is already coming, and that's not working. If he takes many more of these shots, this fight is going to be stopped due to the swelling.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Nice display of technique by him there on the side kick. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
Very traditional technique that a lot of guys are using now in the UFC.
Trying to establish that jab once again. Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Look at him whipping to that kick. Very fast leg kick lands for him. They're so evenly matched, they're going tit for tat. Oh, nice takedown defense.
All right, they separate now. We'll see who can get off in space.
Oh.
Continues to be doled out, and I think a lot of fans watching at home would probably like to see the referee call in the dot.
And that's very rare, because fight fans want to see violence. But right now you have seen enough. This guy is beat, this guy is battered. He doesn't... He's wobbling now.
Now a knee.
It's a good right hand right there.
Oh, he lands a massive kick here. Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Starting to do some really significant...
Great job landing the strike from his back. This is a terrible position.
Postures up now and lands a vicious head strike. Oh!
Back and forth we go. These two guys are trading huge shots.
And dizzy as he looks to improve position here. All right, close guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. Ground and pound strike there now. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Well, he's got his back now. St-Pierre's going for the rear naked choke. Oh, that rear naked choke attempt is tight. Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by George St-Pierre. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by GSP. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Takes his back now. Oh, big shots raining down. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. Massive shot from the top.
Oh, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. The official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 52 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, George Rush St-Pierre!
How about it, folks? George St-Pierre, your winner by knockout. And he did not play the long game here tonight, champ.
A lot of people say George St-Pierre is a decision machine. Not tonight. GSP gets a